Hi, I'm Justine Louise. Welcome to my channel. So today I am going to talk to you about my experience with a lip allergy. And the reason why I'm doing that is in hopes that I can help somebody who is experiencing a lip problem and aren't able to figure out what they're allergic to, or maybe they have figured it out, and some solutions to try and avoid future flare-ups and how to heal a little bit faster. Now, my experience starts off when I was a teenager, and I used to use a product called Jordana. They're lipsticks, cheap lipsticks. I used to get them from the drugstore, and I loved it because they were matte and peach, and I just wore it all the time. But every time I wore it, I'd have these weird bumps all over my lips, and I just thought, oh, it's because it's cheap lipstick, and just put it down to that. But I still wore it because it was my favorite color, but I would just wear it sporadically for special occasions. So anyway, rewind to 20 years later, I one evening put on a lip mask from Bite Beauty that everybody was raving about, and it was absolutely fabulous. But the next day I woke up, my lips were just on fire and tight and sore and chapped, and I thought, oh well, it must be the weather, dry skin, not quite sure. So I continued to use it, and by the third or fourth day, my lips just looked like one big cold sore. They were blistered, burning, swollen, just like a thick, scabby layer on top of my lips. I'll insert a photo you can see. And I was in agony, and I thought, well, the only thing different that I've been doing is using this Bite Beauty lip mask. So I looked at the ingredients, and nothing really stood out to me. If you're not familiar with Bite Beauty, they're all natural, food grade products. So I thought, well, how could that be? So I looked at it again, and I saw lanolin, and I thought, you know, I've heard of people mention that they're allergic to lanolin. So I started doing some more research, and so many people were writing, I'm allergic to lanolin, stay away from the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask. And then I looked up the Jordana ingredients, and sure enough, it had lanolin in it. So I started looking into some more lipsticks that I had used, and a lot of them had lanolin. So if you are one of the people that have a lanolin allergy, just to save you a bit of homework, Burt's Bees chapsticks carry lanolin in them. The Tom Ford lipsticks, all of them have lanolin, which I guess is a good thing, so I don't have to buy them. The MAC Mineralize, the lipsticks as well as the lip glosses, all have lanolin. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. A lot of drugstore, I think a lot of the L'Oreal, there's some Maybelline, a lot of them have lanolin. So if you see this picture of my lips and you've noticed and experienced the same thing, maybe look at some of the products that you've used, and that maybe it might be a lanolin allergy as well. I'm not sure if I'm allergic to wool. I'm wearing a wool sweater right now, and I wear like Ugg boots, and I've never had an issue, but I do get itchy around my neck if I wear a wool scarf. So maybe it's just my face and neck skin that has an issue with lanolin and wool. More specifically, my lips. So the next thing, so I avoided all lanolin, and the next thing I know is I always use these. I've been using them since I was a teenager. It's a Nivea Essential Chapstick. They're lovely, great product, drugstore, inexpensive. And they were out of this one, so I bought the exact same one, but it was a light blue version, and it said extra hydrating. Well, I woke up the next day, and my lips, same thing, and I thought, does it have lanolin in it? I just can't figure it out. So I looked at the ingredients and nothing stood out. So I thought, well, I'll compare the ingredients of the blue one that I know I can use and compare it to this light blue one. The only different ingredient of why it was extra hydrating is it had aloe in it. And I thought, well, that's impossible. Aloe is a healing skin thing. So there's no way I'm allergic to aloe. So I continued on, and I just thought, well, maybe this light blue one maybe went bad, or maybe there's a fragrance in it or something. So off I went, and I was in Costco one day. I ran into a friend in there, and she said, have you tried this Aloe product line that they're selling here? It was one of those road shows. And I said, no, I haven't. She said, oh, you've got to buy it. She says, I came here a week ago and bought some, and then now I love it so much I've been buying it for all my daughters. And it was a skincare product you can use on your body as well as your face, and it smelled amazing. It was in these tubs. It was lovely. I bring it home, my skin looked amazing. 2 or 3 days later, I started getting these bumps all over my skin, especially around my mouth, and it was like eczema. I've never had eczema, but I think that's what eczema is, when it's very, very fine little bumps. Not pimples, but just bumps. So I thought back to that lip allergy with that lip balm, and I thought, I am allergic to aloe. Who would have thought? So there we go. I was allergic to lanolin and aloe, which is highly unusual, and I even mentioned it to my dermatologist, and he said he's never heard of the aloe thing, but anyway, I know for sure that I'm definitely allergic to that. So I continue on with my lipstick buying. I'm a lipstick junkie, and I bought some lipsticks from Anastasia, the liquid lips, and the same thing, my lips were out to here, and I thought, what? So I looked, there's no lanolin, there's no aloe, and I thought, am I allergic to something else? So what I did was I gathered the lipsticks that had been giving me issues, because there was other one too. There was 2 from NARS, the NARS lip gloss in Chelsea Girls, and I'd also bought a NARS just regular lipstick, and I was having issues with those as well. And sure enough, I compared the ingredients. There's actually a really great database, I'll link it below, where it has all the ingredients. Not every product is in there, it's just people have to submit the ingredients themselves. So if you're not able to find it on a company's website or on Sephora, definitely give this a try. So anyway, I compared all the ingredients, and there was one chemical that was in both of those, the Anastasia and the NARS, and it was called Phenoxyethanol, and it's a preservative. And I then realized it's in the MAC Pro lip liners, and I had issues with those, but not with the regular ones. And another one was the Charlotte Tilbury lip liners. I had the Iconic Nude, and I had the Pillow Talk that everybody raves about, but I couldn't wear them because my lips would go nuts. And then I realized it's this Phenoxyethanol. So that is 3 ingredients now that tend to be in so many lip products. So I guess it keeps my lipstick bill down a little bit, but it is very irritating. Now, if you have experienced a lip allergy, I know a lot of people are also allergic to bee products, so beeswax and things like that. So I know a lot of the Bite Beauty has that, and a few other products. So you also get those swollen lips, and thankfully I'm not allergic to that, or at least not that I know of. So what I would do to get rid of that, because if you've had it, you know it lasts about 10 days where you get the scabby, burning, dry, swollen lips. Then the scabs all come off, then your lips are shiny because it's new skin and no lipstick will adhere to them. This will speed up the healing, and it's a hydrocortisone cream. You can get it from any pharmacy. It's cheap, doesn't cost much, but I have to be careful because about 90% of them have aloe in them. So I had to seek out one that didn't have aloe, and you will get instant relief. It will instantly comfort your lips and heal them and speed up the process. So I highly recommend using this if you have a flare-up. The other product that I love is this soothing chapstick. It's fabulous, but it won't heal the lips like the hydrocortisone. And what I've been doing at night as a lip mask is I'm using this Estee Edit Cocobalm, and it's just a thick, like the agave lip mask. It's a thick balm that sits on top of your lips, and it moisturizes, and you wake up the next morning and it's still there. You know what I'm talking about, when your lips are so dry and you love having that thickness and it's still there in the morning. So I highly recommend these. Another thing I did while I was trying to figure out the culprit of my lip allergy is I avoided all lipstick products until I could figure out the culprit. But the ones I could wear were the fresh tinted lip balms, and they have a huge array of colors. They're gorgeous lipsticks. They have an SPF in them. I have nude, I've got pink, they have everything, even reds and purples. So they have a color for everybody, for every occasion. So if you are struggling with lip allergies and you just don't want to wear anything right now, I highly recommend these fresh sugar lip balms. Now, that being said, of me having 3 lip allergies, I've now realized I'm allergic to something else. And I haven't figured out what the culprit is. I bought, I think in December at the VIB sale, I bought the Laneige lip mask. And I woke up the next morning with that same horrible lips, and it lasted for 10 days. That was before I discovered the hydrocortisone. And I've looked at all the ingredients and I still cannot figure out what the culprit is. The only thing I can maybe think it is dimethicone. I know a lot of people have sensitivities to that because it is a type of silicone, and I'm wondering if maybe that is the culprit, because I did also buy a Fenty Beauty new matte lipstick, and it ended up being too matte. My lips just puckered into these tiny little raisins, so it didn't work for me. But even just the few hours wearing it, I could feel my lips having a little bit of burning, and that did have dimethicone in it. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is, so I am avoiding all lip products with dimethicone for now and see how it goes. But it's always a struggle to try and pinpoint what an allergy is. Basically, it's a process of elimination, looking at products that do work for you and the product that doesn't, and then comparing ingredients. And as I mentioned, that website that I will put down below is a huge help for that, for getting ingredients, because not all manufacturers will list the ingredients except on the package, and sometimes you've thrown it away. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you if you have a lip allergy, because if you do, I really feel for you. It's such a pain, especially lipsticks, when I love lipsticks oh so much. But I guess it's a help for my pocketbook. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please click like. And if you want to see more beauty related topics, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always notified of any upcoming new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.